Hello there, this is Bethany, retired funeral director turned dog groomer. 9 months ago, my man friend, our daughter and myself left our comfortable and established lifestyle in Ontario, Canada, for a life we always chatted about during morning coffee, fast-tracking our retirement plans, chasing our dreams, risking our future in the race against old age. We purchased 7 unseen acres in the wilderness of Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. We downsized everything we owned, loaded up a trailer, our dog, 2 cats, ATV, and hauled it to our new land. What we knew for sure was our life was about to make a drastic change. What we didn't know was that we were relocating to the most gorgeous place we've ever seen. We took a chance and it was worth it. Join us as we navigate through our new RV lifestyle. New climate, new landscape, new wildlife, building a world we dreamed of in a place only seen in postcards from the ground up. Thanks for visiting and subscribe to my channel if you would enjoy the content of a 40-something gal running away into the woods with her family.
Big storm rolling in today. And I am not feeling good today. Oh, I have a bad cold. Day 2 of a bad cold. But I still have to work today. The storm that's coming through Nova Scotia is it's gonna be a doozy. Lots of winds and all that. Snow, rain, a bit of a melt. Okay, here's what happened last night. Thank goodness I was standing inside the RV when this happened. It was about 8 o'clock. I was literally just going to bed, and I went inside and I thought I would have, I couldn't eat much yesterday, just not feeling good, but my tummy hurt and I thought it was because I probably needed some food, so hang on. Pulled in, I thought it was my dog customer, which would have made them an hour early. It's actually our neighbor just popping in. So anyway, last night, 8 o'clock,
our shower in the RV, if we use the shower, we run the water, and then there's this button on the shower head that while we're in there, we rinse, hit the button to stop the water, lather up just to preserve the water, hit the button, rinse, hit the button, turn it off, and then turn all the water off when you're done. So it was around 8 o'clock. All of a sudden I heard this enormous amount of water, like just psh, and I thought the shower, my daughter had taken a shower, so I thought she just forgot to take the button off, and then the water just just emptied out. But that wasn't it at all. The hose from the toilet, that we don't even use the toilet, but there is a water line that goes up to the toilet, it literally busted a hole, and it was gushing the coldest water ever, and I was all alone. It was instantly flooding our bathroom. I grabbed hold of the hose where the hole was, and I was squeezing it, and it was helping, but I couldn't leave. I was like, if I let go of this, it is just going to demolish this bathroom. So I was screaming to our daughter, who had just fallen asleep, apparently didn't hear me at first, but I was like, Eva, like screaming at her, because Manfred was in the shop and I couldn't let go to even get my phone to call him or run out there or anything. So I'm like, Eva. All the while I'm holding this freezing cold water. My hands are like squeezing this hose. Anyway, she came in and she was like, and I'm like, go get your dad. So she ran out, got Mooch. He came in. He came in, and luckily it was just the little hose. Like, it wasn't like a frozen line or anything. It had nothing to do with it being frozen or anything. It was just an old hose, and eventually just gave way. Like, it had this hole about this big. And while I'm holding it, Manfred came in. He's like, oh my God. I go, you need to shut the water off. So he had to run down here to my dog shop to shut the main valve off. All the while I'm still... That was our neighbor, just popped in to say hi. So where was I? So anyway, I'm holding the hose. He comes down, he shuts the valve off, he goes back up. The water stopped running now, but all I kept thinking was, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I was standing there when that happened, because it would have absolutely destroyed the RV, you know, if I wasn't in there. And the whole water tank, which is full, we had just filled it up, it would have poured out into the RV, all of it. And so I just said to Manfred, you know what, I almost don't want to leave the RV too much, like leave the property too much without one of us here, because anything can happen. We don't know what to expect half the time. It's an old RV, not super old, but it's on its 12th year, and we just, we're still trying to figure it out. But this morning Manfred got up, so now I'm not feeling well either. We got it figured out, and cleaned up. I used all the towels and dried up all the water. I ran down here, emptied my shop vac of dog hair and whatnot and garbage, and I sucked all the water off the floors, and then I went underneath the sinks and that and make sure there was no water in there. But the vent is right there, the furnace vent. So after all that happened, we turned the furnace on and the lights were flickering from it, and I'm like, oh no, like there's water in the furnace. So we just left the furnace off, let it dry up. We made sure that everything was safe around the electrical, and yeah, and then we went to bed, and I barely slept just because I'm stuffy and not feeling all that great, which is fine. I'm fine. When I'm sick, I just keep plucking away. It's fine, but my head hurt, and I just kept waking up coughing and sneezing and that, and just thinking about this storm coming today, and just, oh my gosh, there's just a lot on my mind. And now I have to groom a dog this morning, which will be nice. It's always kind of therapeutic to do grooming. So I have a cute little Bernedoodle coming this morning, Coco, for grooming. So I'm going to clean up the mess I made, and I'm probably going to hang up these towels in here after my grooming and dry them. So we had a near disaster. Like, it was so
seconds from being a huge disaster. And you know, while I was holding that hose, like, that water is mountain water. It is cold. And my hands, I was squeezing it and waiting. I'm like, every bit of mustered up energy I had, squeezing that so I wouldn't lose more water. And I just kept squeezing it and pulling water away from the vent and just keep with towels. My daughter was behind me feeding me more towels, and we're just like, I'm just standing in a puddle of water. It was just so cold. My hands hurt and they were cold for like 2 hours. Oh my gosh. Oh, it could have been so bad. And crazy how things work sometimes. Manfred was going to go play hockey last night and decided at the last minute not to go. And if he had been at hockey, I mean, anything could have really made this a huge disaster, because if he had gone to hockey, I don't know what I would have done. I would have had to let go of the hose, run down here, come down here to my dog shop and turn the valve off. And by the time I did that, the whole place would have been flooded. Like, there was no time. I couldn't let go. It was pouring out. Like, I couldn't let go. Oh my God. So this morning, with not very much sleep and just, you know, not feeling all that good, and just with everything that happened, Manfred said something to me this morning. I kind of snapped on him. I was like, listen, I don't want to lecture right now. Like, he was lecturing me about something. And I was like, just leave me alone. It's 6 a.m. and da da da. And he was like, bah. And I'm like, bah. And I'm like, I'm tired. I'm not feeling good. I don't want to hear it right now. Like, and then like 20 minutes later, I had a coffee, and 20 minutes later I went in. I'm like, sorry, I snapped. He's like, me too. You know, like, it wasn't anything major, but you know, it's stressful. And he doesn't handle, like, he wants his family to be safe, and himself too, obviously, but I think it's more us. He's just hoping that he just wants us to be safe and whatnot. He doesn't want things to break. But RV life in the winter is not for the faint of heart. I'm telling you, I'm so glad that we're experiencing it. Like, I feel really good about experiencing it, the good, the bad, and the disasters. So far, it's not been too bad, thanks to Manfred, because he is so mechanical. Like, he can fix anything. He basically just, we turned the water off, we took that hose piece off, no problem, and then he added a proper tube there, you saw, and with a valve right there. So if it does happen again, we can just turn the water off from there instead of letting go and running down to the shop, because that's where our main water valve is here in this shop. And so, you know, so that prompted him to say this morning, and I thought of it last night too while I was rolling around in bed. I was like, oh, we should really check all the water hoses on the whole RV. But it's winter right now. We're getting a major blizzard today. There's a lot of snow on the ground right now, and it's not easy to get in and out from underneath that RV and get inside the meat of the RV. So it's just a pain in the butt. But anyway, that's the story of our almost near disaster. So Manfred this morning, he took his little shop vac and he was taking the vents off, the vent covers off, and he's just going to suck out if there's any remnants of water or grime in the vent, and just kind of clean it out. So he's doing that this morning. He was supposed to go to the city today for work, and this whole province we're all getting hit with this really bad, windy, snowy, rainy storm. It's already in the mainland. I'm seeing getting alerts on my phone. There's many people going off the road and in accidents and motor vehicle collisions and things. So it's better just not to be on the road. I said to Manfred, you go to work in the city, you ain't coming home tonight. Like, you'll be coming home tomorrow, because there's no way you're going to be able to drive through the mountains back here. So he decided to not go to the city. Daughter's school was canceled for noon, so I basically just let her stay home for the day, because just so much happened last night, and it was a lot this morning just to kind of get on our feet again. And so I just let her have the day off. Everybody's having the day off but me. It's not that bad right now. It's just we can definitely feel the winds are coming. We're supposed to get onwards and upwards to like 180 kilometer winds at least. Like, we could see 190 at the peak winds. So we're just going to have to hunker down.
we've got food, we've got fuel, we've got generators, we've got, the wood stove, but we can't really use the wood stove if it's that windy. It's hard to keep the smoke out of the shop, it just like gusts in. So we're just gonna hunker down through all this, I guess. All right, so that's that. I better get some work done here. Storm's over. I'm feeling a little bit better. My head's not pounding anymore, but I'm feeling like extra tired and just still a bit stuffy, but it's all good. I'm all good. I finished work for the day. It has turned out to be a really gorgeous day. I'm glad the sun is out because we need to melt some of this ice all over the place. And I want to get my binoculars and go check up on Joey the eagle and Gail because it got really windy, obviously. The storm was pretty intense, but I'm first checking down by our lake. Sometimes I see him sitting on our tree. I don't see him there, so we're gonna walk over to where his nest is. I probably should just be resting, but I want to clean out the fridge and take the garbage out and do this little hike anyway. The fresh air and the sunshine will do me good. It is so pretty today. The driveway is starting to melt, thank goodness. See how icy it is? Whew. It was pretty interesting taking my daughter to the bus this morning. Oh yeah, it's melting pretty good. That's good. But it's still pretty icy there at the bottom of the driveway. See, wherever the sun hits, it's good. But down there by the bottom of the driveway, that is still very icy. Binoculars. How beautiful is this place? Whoa, just about went for the tumble. Ooh, it is still very slippery down here. That is some sheer ice right there. Aye.
This old habit's got a hold on me, won't let go of me. This old habit's got a grip on me, won't set me free, won't leave me be. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. You're sweet, oh Lord, it is too much for me. You got me on my knees. I know I should just walk away, but your hold on me won't give away. I can't shake it, I can't break it.
It's been a while since we've had the sun like this. Joey! Joey! This is where I'm looking. Is right in there, in that tree. I mean, they could be out getting fish. We don't know. Sometimes if I stand here long enough or sit here long enough, I actually see them fly in, which is really awesome. One time, Joey was in his nest and I was coming in my kayak. I was about like in the middle of the lake here and I was going towards the nest and he flew out of the nest like right towards me and it flew right over me. Like it was so close and so amazing. Humor myself and wonder if he knows my voice because I'm always going, "Hi, Joey, Joey," and he does look over. There is somebody that owns this land. I've met him. He also owns what I call the Long Point, and that's a beautiful trail that I take right here, and it goes to the point into the lake, and it's really beautiful. Anyway, he said we are allowed to dock our boat in here if we want from this spot because he did pour some gravel a long time ago, so it's a little less swampy in one section, and he told us stay to the right here and you should be able to dock. Just bring your boat right in, just drive right in. So we're gonna get our boat on the water this year. I told Manfred this is the year. I mean, last year that boat didn't see water. It was just, we had so much going on, right? So there was just no time to focus on that, but this year's a different story. We need that boat in the water and we need to move our dock and get a proper docking station for it so that we can just leave it over by our property. That way when Manfred wakes up on a Sunday, if he wants to go fishing, he can just walk down and get in his boat and go anytime. That's my goal for him this year. He also unraveled the snow machine. He got the snow machine going and it is fast. It's almost scary, he said. I didn't get it on film, but I think I took a picture of it to share on Facebook with my family. Speaking of social media, I made like a decision in January this year. I decided to not have a public Facebook page anymore. My personal Facebook page is I keep it somewhat private, and mainly it's family, really close friends, like friends that are like family, and that's it. Like I don't just let old high school people, I shouldn't say that. There's a few people from high school that I do have on my Facebook that are good friends, and then friends that I've always wanted to stay in touch with. So I do have some friends that are not family and some friends that are like family, and obviously family, distant and immediate and that. And because I post a lot, I like to share everything that I'm doing with them. And they appreciate it. So I made a decision in January that I was just going to have no longer like a public type Facebook page. I'm just going to keep it very private. And so I had to do a little cleanse in there. I have to really, I don't know, there's just something about me that maybe you should know. I really have to trust you 100% to see my personal side. Oh, what the heck is that? Get my zoom back out because sometimes it's hard to. Oh.
For a second, I thought that was a moose. My heart just skipped a beat. Anyway, I have to be really, I have to really, really trust you in order to like let you be close to me, you know? But I do have a public Instagram account, so I thought maybe I'll share it with you. Like, I'll share my Instagram handle where I update, you know, like a normal person, not like a crazy person like I do on Facebook, my personal Facebook. Whoa, just about lost ya. So this is my Instagram account. If you want to go over and follow me, you can. That'd be kind of fun. And then I do have a public work Facebook account, and that one I leave open to the public. So I have a public Facebook page that people can follow for work. And that's just dog related stuff. And then I have my private, very, very, very extremely private Facebook page. And, you know, just because somebody isn't on my Facebook, this is something that has always kind of bugged me. It's that, are we not allowed to be friends if I don't have you on my Facebook? You know, that part has always kind of bothered me, like why people associate your friendship with whether or not you're a friend on Facebook. I mean, I can still be people's friends and not have them on my Facebook page, you know? Private page anyway. Like if it's a public page, that's one thing, but if it's a private Facebook page, then, you know, why can't I be friends with you if you're not on my Facebook? It never has made sense to me why people associate that with friendship. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what else to say about that other than if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'd love to have you follow me on Instagram. And I do post, you know, I don't know, just pictures and little video clips and some reels, you know, nothing major, but I don't know, there's a little inside door for you. It doesn't say Boring Bethany. I think it's my first name, Bethany Aaron, I think it is. My middle name is Aaron, so I think it says Bethany Aaron, but I'll put the link here. I'll put my screenshot of my Instagram right here for you if you want to go find me there. That'd be kind of fun. Well, I don't see Joey anywhere. Oh, it feels just so good to be outside in the sun. I think that's the extent of my hiking today. It's beautiful right here. I'm so blessed to have it so close to home, but after everything that's happened the last couple days, I think I'm ready to have a shower, clean the kitchen, and I think I'm gonna do breakfast for supper tonight. Bacon and eggs, toast, just something yummy like that. Something cozy. Maybe a quick trip to the sanctuary before I go home. Why not? Is here.